So thank you all for showing up tonight. So tonight is super special. We're going to dive straight into tonight's workshop. So the reason why it's super powerful tonight is tomorrow is a full moon. And so the new moons and the full moons are perfect time to plant seeds, set intentions, and really look at what you want to let go of and release. So new moons are much more about planting the seeds, and full moons are the point of climax of what you've been planting. So the culmination point, and you're reaping the results of what you've sown. So what didn't really birth the way you intended because of question mark. So we look at, okay, what's happened and what needs to be pulled up from the soil. So we're going to go into a journey this evening. So keep an open mind, make sure you're super comfortable, make sure you've got whatever you need, blankets, cushions, journal, a warm drink next to you. We will try and have a short 5-minute break in between. If we don't get time to do that, please just head off to the toilet if you need to, or baby cries, off you go, and then come back and join us when you can. So there's quite a lot to get through today, but at the same time, I don't want to just blast you with information. So we're going to play. This is going to be interactive as well. So we're going to enjoy the energies. And right now, especially with what's been happening on the planet, it's so easy for us to get stuck in our energy and not want to reach out. So the reason why I'm so grateful that you've showed up this evening is because what we need more now than ever is connection, is community. And that can be really tough for us to make sure we're still plugging into that. We're plugging into the right communities. We're topping ourselves up with love, inspiration, because without connection, the soul dries out. It becomes undernourished. The soul thrives from connection. And so it's so important over the next decade while we go through this shift and this transformation. Many of you have heard me talk about the third dimension, fifth dimension shifts and the changes happening on the planet. Your soul needs to be your driving force to help you get through the rocky road ahead and the turbulence of what's to come. So we've faced a lot already this year, but this is just the start of the awakening to ascension journey. Now, many of you light workers are aware of this and have been working and being prepared for this shift to help lead others. And some of you may be completely new to this stuff. So I've been working with my spirit guides about 30 years now, leaving the corporate career to follow their guidance, which was all about, we need to prepare you for what's to come so you can help support and lead others as we go through an ascension. So although it looks like there's chaos on the planet right now, I want to reassure you, there's a birthing going on right now. A massive birthing of heart-centered living. We have reached a point where we can't carry on the way we've been going. The planet has to shift. For the planet to shift, we have to shift mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So we're increasing in our potential. Each one of us is being called to rise and lead from the heart. So this fifth dimension, which I refer to, is all heart-centered living. It's driving your relationships with heart. It's driving your businesses with heart. It's driving your health with heart. That's the foundation. And that's what has been lost and become ego-based for many. And that is the structure that is crumbling. And it has to crumble. So the new world, it's called the golden world, can start to take form. But this means lots is going to come up for us. Lots of fears, lots of insecurities, not knowing which way ahead to move, etc., etc. So this is why connection is so important. So we're going to have a little play around with the next year and take notes, but you will also get the replay as well. So don't worry if you've missed anything, you can come back and listen to the replay as well. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to try and share something with you all. Can you see that? Yes, great. Thumbs up. Lovely. Okay, so it may mean as I'm sharing, you can't all see one another, but you should still be able to see me. Or you can adjust on the right hand side. You can make a few adjustments there and see a few of us in the little grid boxes. Okay, so let's welcome 2021. And I'm sure some of us are sort of thinking, oh, do we want to welcome it? Is it going to be anything like 2020? So let's have a look. So the plan of action today, I'm going to take you through these 5 areas. So the first one is messages from consciousness. So I'll explain that shortly. And then we're going to do some introductions and networking. We're just going to connect and get to know, you're going to get to know somebody today in the group and just build a connection. We're then going to look at my mind, body, soul emergency toolkit. So this is something which I've had to hand. So it's just some tips to help support you as well as we awaken and ascend. And then we're going to dive into the New Year's ritual. So you should have your workbook with you. Again, don't worry if you don't. I'm going to take you through that. If you've got the printed version, great, then use that. And then we're going to look at raising our vibrational frequency. And I'm sure for some of you, what on earth is that? So let's start with messages from consciousness. So for those of you that are new to messages from consciousness, these are monthly energy updates which go out on YouTube. They're completely free. And messages from consciousness are channeled information, intuitive nudges, psychic insights. And I tend to tap into the energy of the planet and what's happening around to really give you a forecast of what to expect over the next month and some tips, tools and some ideas to really explore how you can navigate the next month. So let's look at the next month. So let's look at January. So January, the first thing that came to mind was fasten your seatbelts. So there's a massive speeding up of energy. Now, if you're sensitive, you'll already be feeling that. You'll be feeling that energetically through your emotions. Emotions will want to purge from the physical body. So if you're not feeling your emotions all over the place at the moment, you will be. It's rocky waters at the moment. And we're having to learn to navigate this purging of deep emotions that come from the collective. So you'll be feeling the emotions from the collective around you. So there's fear in the planet. As a sensitive, you will also feel that fear. So you may have a day where you feel really great and wonderful, and then suddenly crash bang on the floor and you're thinking, oh my God, what is wrong with me? I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm lethargic, I feel angry, or I'm really scared. All these emotions need your presence to move through you so they can transform. So you'll be called to transform these emotions through your physical body. And they transform by presence, awareness, and love. So they need acceptance. And many of these emotions come from your ancestral line because your physical body stores memory, belief systems, thought patterns. So there'll be increased level of sensitivity. You'll be becoming much more sensitive. So this is tapping into your multisensory abilities. We're all multisensory individuals. All of us have multisensory abilities. But for many of us, this has been shut down. Our creativity has been shut down. Our potential has been shut down because of societal belief systems that have been passed down to us. And this is the awakening. We're waking up literally to, why am I living this way? What's created my life the way it is? What's created my health, relationships, business? And I want to break free. I want liberation. I want to know freedom. I want to know more. I want to know possibilities. So we enter new timeline potentials. So there's so much that's going to break down, the structures crashing, and we have to let those structures collapse. External structures will collapse. Internal structures will also collapse. This is a good thing. This is the shake-up for new timeline potentials to come. So you'll feel this calling to act, to move into a new direction, maybe a new career, maybe move away, maybe build a business, maybe start a new relationship, maybe get a deeper spiritual connection with yourself. But you will be called to up level and move. If you don't, it will hurt in your physical body. It will get more and more intense in your physical body if you don't keep up with your expansion. So this acceleration is expansion. You're being called to expand. And the physical body has to go through that process in its own time. So this is where we can start to experience what I call energetic ruptures, where suddenly we feel energy pulsating through us, emotions erupting out from us. Nothing is going wrong. You're on track. It's part of the awakening process. So as you start to become more sensitive, your psychic receptivity is going to increase. So you may suddenly start to find you're downloading information. You're getting ideas. There's more synchronicities. You're starting to feel other people more. You're becoming much more sensitive to the food you're eating, to the gadgets, the technology around you. It will start to show up physically, mentally, and emotionally. You'll start to realize, I can't keep doing what I've been doing to myself. It's too much. It's frying my system. It's all too much. I need to simplify. You'll start to become much more conscious for other people's feelings and emotions. So you need to learn how to be compassionate and empathic without absorbing their feelings and their emotions. You need to be able to protect your energy so you're not just drawing energies in that aren't yours, because they pull your vibration down. So this is where you have to protect your light and make your own light sacred. And lastly, soul retrieval. For the next month, focus on connecting to your soul. Your soul is what is going to get you through the next decade of transformation on the planet. Otherwise, you will feel hit by it mentally, emotionally, physically. We're all going to be hit by it. So we have to have resilience. And resilience comes from a strong connection to your soul. So you understand you are the soul, which means the waves, emotions, feelings can ride through you, and you can be the observer rather than the victim to what's happening. So the soul empowers you, gives you resilience, gives you the hope you need to keep moving forwards and remembering nothing is going wrong here, no matter how it looks externally. This is life working itself out for the greater good. And there may be tragedies, there may be trauma, there may be a lot more, but this is where we need more people in their heart, in their light. It only will take 10% of the population to hold the light, to keep us moving in the right direction. So if people around you are in fear, don't join them. Observe your own fear, but don't go down with them. And this is where rituals and tools come in, and where self-discipline, self-love, and self-care are essential. And this is why health, well-being is on a high on the planet. So enjoy the journey of the next month. And I will take a clip of this and put it onto the YouTube channel if you want to refer back. But I will do a monthly messages from consciousness, which you can go to the first week of every month on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share for now. Okay, so I'm going to put you in pairs, and you've got maximum of 5 minutes, so 2.5 minutes each. You haven't got long to say hello, nice to meet you, and then ... Okay, so let's dive into your de-stress toolkit. Now, this is something which I highly recommend if you haven't already, and I know many of you have, but a little reminder. As the energies speed up, things are going to get so quick. You're going to need quick go-to tools, things that can get you out of a funk pretty quickly, because not just the speed, but I would probably say the viciousness of some of the energy that may want to move through you for a breakthrough on the other side can feel very fiery, very intense. So comforting yourself, soothing yourself, giving yourself that care, that nourishment is going to be essential. So I'm going to run through some ideas for you, and these are what I call my quick go-to toolkit. So box breath and nidra meditation. So any meditation. So box breath is simply, an example is breathing in, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3. So we refer to it as a box, because you could box it into a 4, you could box it into a 5. So that helps slow the brain waves and brings you into the alpha state, which is a much more receptive state. So this is essential for your nervous systems, because your nervous systems are going to go through a heck of a lot of change over this coming decade, and many of you will already have had that over the last decade. So your nervous systems are literally ascending. The whole physical structure of the human body is going to be changing to a higher frequency. So I want you to imagine getting a paintbrush, and you dip it into the paint box. You take it straight from there onto the wall. When you first hit the wall, when you first start to go across the wall, it's going to be pretty thick and covered. But as you keep going, it's going to get lighter and lighter and lighter. So that paint gets less visible. It's still there, but it's less visible. This is what is happening to us. We were dense, third dimension, and we're becoming more subtle in energy. That can take years and years. And the huge shifts may not happen in our lifetimes, because this is a big shift happening on the earth that all of you here asked to be a part of. Your soul chose to come down here at this time because this is such a magnificent time to be here and affect what's happening and what's going to happen next on the planet. So we chose to have this experience. But I do keep saying to my spirit guides, no, I'm sure I didn't. I'm sure I didn't. I didn't know it was going to be this intense. I'm sure I didn't opt in for this. And they keep reminding me, Davinda, your human self, probably not, but your soul, yes, for sure. So it does take getting used to, and this is why the soul is so important, because your soul needs to soothe your human self. Because your human self is the one that's going through the shifting, the uncomfortableness, the changes, the growing pains, the letting go, the fear, the unknown. But your soul knows the bigger picture. Your soul isn't worried at all. And you need the comfort and the connection. So box breath, really quick go-to, and Nidra meditation. So I've got a Nidra meditation, a 45-minute Nidra meditation, again on my YouTube channel. Ideally use it about 3 times a week. It's also in the meditation library. I have a meditation library. Again, have a look on the website for the meditation library. There's about 100 meditations on there to support. But box breath and Nidra meditation, really great tools to use right now. And then music, any kind of music is great. So have some playlists. So I've got several playlists. Again, they're in some of my membership, the Lighthouse. You can download the playlists I've got, but they again raise your vibration, they raise your frequency. So we want to keep supporting our energy. I put Mozart symphonies there because those that are familiar with the hidden messages of water and the work done by Dr. Masaru Emoto in reference to the water structure and body and crystals. So he did an experiment with this, and I'll keep it really short, but do check out the book or his videos on YouTube. But to keep it really short, the basis is we're predominantly made up of water. And with his experiment, he showed with these crystals and this water, dependent on the words that were being used, these crystals either deformed, didn't grow, or became magnificent. So this is again part of the ascension process. We're waking up to understand the tools we've been given, the mind, the body, the emotions are tools to co-create with the universe. To understand we have far more power than we realize in affecting what is to come. So Mozart symphonies is something I always go to when I know I'm hitting a dense vibration, when I'm purging deep, intense emotions that's stuck in my body and my energy is low. The Mozart symphonies were the highest sound, vibration, that literally the crystals just went, boom, we're alive. They were just beautiful and incredible. So the immediate impact they had, as well as how incredibly beautiful these crystals formed into. Another ritual I have is morning pages. Morning pages, again, Google morning pages. I can't remember what her name is, but it's the Artist's Way. The Artist's Way is a great way to tap into your creativity, because creativity will be on the rise on the planet. So this is your time to really get creative and start to tap into your creative visualizations and what allows your creativity to come to life. So creativity is healing. So it's the divine feminine. This is the divine feminine energy, known as Shakti energy, is your creative power, your creative force. And the divine feminine energy is on the rise on the planet, because this creativity is what will heal our bodies, our minds, ancestral lines, and bring healing to others. So really honor your divine feminine, your creativity. And having a morning journaling practice or doing morning pages allows you to just dump the surface level stuff of what the brain or the mind is going on and on about, dumping it. So you've got stronger surge or creativity flowing through you. Mantras and affirmations. Boost box. So I love my boost box. So my boost box is when I catch my mind going, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm no good at this. Oh, I should just give up. Oh, etc., etc., etc. So when things get really tough, you have to be surrounded by other people that get this stuff and will also be the light for you to keep saying, keep moving, keep moving. So you need people ahead of you on the journey. So my boost box is just full of quotes of people, or people who have inspired me and what they've said about me, or testimonials. So whenever I feel crap about myself and think, okay, I feel not strong enough, I feel not confident enough, I feel I'm not intelligent enough, blah, blah, blah. Your boost box, mine's just a little treasure box where I can just go to and just read. And again, it just brings you back into that space of, okay, receiving love, rather than your mind does not want you to go to love. Your mind is, its primary function is survival. And so it actually doesn't want you to come out of your comfort zone. It wants you to hold on to that security. So your boost box just helps when your mind is trying to keep you safe and trying to make you play small. And your boost box will go, you don't need to play small. We need you out there. We need you being who you truly are, in your power, especially right now, especially women rising up. Visualization and creativity I've mentioned. Essential oils, I always have them here on my desk. I've got some downstairs, my kitchen, my toilet, my car. Again, they're really powerful. So essential oils are part of the immune system of a plant. So they're easy to connect with. They increase your frequency, raise your vibration straight away, and again connect you to the senses. So I do also offer a doTERRA consultation with one of my FFF ladies. So again, on the website, if you want a free consultation with her, and there's no pressure to buy, but she does do a 30-minute consultation to just help you look at which oils are best going to support you, depending on where you are right now with your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health. 5-minute mind miracles, so they go out on my newsletter. So your 5-minute mind miracles, again, you can find in the Med Yoga library if you've got access to that. They are just 5-minute postures. which again target specific areas of the body. I've got RACE here, which is an acronym I use, which I'll be sending out in the newsletter over the next couple of months, just to help you deal with emotions as they arise. Because for many of us, when an emotion arises within us, we suppress it, we block it, we judge it, we run from it, we suppress it, we distract ourselves. And this is a program. And these old programs have caused so much dis-ease in society. Your emotions are your GPS system, your navigation system. You must be connected to your emotions. They are also taking you to your potential and unleash your creativity. So we need anger, we need fear, we need sadness, we need to feel the pain. We need all of life to move through us and not block it. So this acronym, RACE, to deal with a racing mind, which is what stops you from staying present with an emotion. R, remain. Remain where you are. Don't go to that fridge. Don't go to your usual habit. Remain where you are and just breathe there. A is for acknowledge what you feel and accept it. C, bring compassion to it. E is energy. Feel the energy in the body. Is it hot? Is it tingling? Is it pulsating? Is it throbbing? Just observe the energy. Don't label it. Don't judge it. Just observe it as energy. This is super important as we come into acceleration. Poems and prayers, they're really useful. So I hold prayer in such high regard. You are talking to the universe. This is energy. We can often have this real prayer thing, but in fact, prayer is you opening your heart and saying there is something far greater than just myself that I can rely on. I didn't come into creation, this perfect, beautiful being, because I did it. I did something, now I'm on my own. So it's understanding there's a far greater power that has your back. And so start to connect with that power. Start to ask that power for support, for help. Prayer is powerful. There's lots of prayers and poems again in the Lighthouse as well, in the archive. Mindful colouring. Again, it's a fun way, and this helps connect you to your inner child, because your inner child needs healing and needs to trust you to navigate this journey and not give up on her, and to take her to the light and not fear the darkness, because the shadow and the darkness within, they'll be rising up to the surface big time. So if you've always been loving and kind and nothing else, you're likely to feel full of anger and rage. So we're experiencing all polarities. That's unconditional love. You have to know you are all of it. And then, of course, gratitude. I have another acronym for that, which I shared, I think, in the Lighthouse, but I won't go into that today. So those are quick go-to tools. So hands on hearts. So this is known as Samana Mudra. We literally bring one hand on top of the other and then place the hands on the heart. And just take a moment to connect into this space. You may notice the heartbeat. So take a moment to listen to your own heartbeat. So your soul will speak to you from this space. So I want you to make a commitment to make this space your home. And it's as simple as bringing your awareness into this part of the body as often as you can. And just feeling this space. And the more you do this, the more this part of the body will start to share with you what it's feeling, what it needs, its dreams, its wishes. And the walls of protection will start to come down. And this is the freedom you're really looking for. No matter how much action you take, if your heart isn't singing, you're not living your truth. Integrity means being rested in the heart, listening to the heart, leading powerfully from this space and allowing it to sing. And for many of us, that's quite some journey because we've been so removed from a real deep resting place in our heart. The mind's been steering, speeding at over 100 miles per hour, that we've forgotten the heart. And this is the calling to awaken, is to use this space to make your choices, your decisions, and cultivate a relationship with your own heart and make this the most important relationship you have with anything or anyone. And this will influence the energy around you. So breathe into the heart. And allow it to connect with every woman here tonight. Feel your connection with one another. And know you're part of this. You belong here. You're needed. And with your inhaling breath, I want you to breathe in the power and the strength of this circle. Breathe in the power and the strength and the courage and the resilience of these women here. Let it fill you up. Let it top you up. Let yourself open to receiving support. Let go of trying to do it all by yourself. And with the exhaling breath, I want you to send love to every woman here. Feel the power of your love. Touch every woman here. So just take a moment to feel that energy exchange, the giving and the receiving. And let's bring that into balance. Women in society are greatly threatened right now We've gone through many different cycles. We've gone through victim stages. We've even had burnings at the stake thousands of years ago. We've had mass trauma, abuse. So there's huge trauma in the female collective, which we are plugged into. We're not separate. It affects us individually. So it's important for women to release these programs and patterns, to let go of over yang, the over masculine, and come back to the true feminine, the softness, the gentleness, yet huge power to create, to give birth to what the world really needs. And I want you to affirm out loud or silently, I am unique and it is my greatest strength. I am unique and it is my greatest strength. I am unique and it is my greatest strength. And allow your heart to receive that. Allow your cells, your body, your mind to receive that message. Good, well done. And blinking the eyes open. Okay, so true or false? I already have all that I need to start designing the life, the health, the relationships, the career, the business that set my soul on fire. I am worthy of success, fulfillment, and joy in all areas of my life. Now, is that true or false for you? So this is just something I want you to be aware of. And is there any conflict? Does the mind say yes and the body say, no? Or does the body say yes, the mind say, no? I already have all that I need to start designing the life, health, relationships, career, business that set my soul on fire. I am worthy of success, fulfillment, and joy in all areas of my life. So I want you to do a body test. So body test is simply closing the eyes and feeling what happens in the body when you choose to believe that. Does the body open and expand, or does the body tighten, and does it get uncomfortable? So this shows you some of your programming, and this is what's collapsing and breaking down. Any programming you've got that's telling you you can't, you're not enough, any programming that's not aligned to pure consciousness, which is love, flow, trust, ease, joy, connection, intimacy, aren't truth. They're just messages that have been given to you and you plugged into them and believed them, and they run your life. And we have to learn how to unplug from a belief system, how to transform our thoughts. But unplugging from a belief system takes a huge amount of discipline, patience, compassion. So it teaches you some really beautiful traits. You're being forced into self-love. So I want you to come back to this again and again and check in with the heart. Check in with the heart. And each time you do, you'll start to see, I call it a vibrational ladder. You'll start to see shifts because you'll start to vision that. So creation starts with a vision, being able to see it, being able to feel it. And so if you keep coming back to that, you'll start seeing it. From there, you'll start feeling it. So you'll be going up the vibrational ladder. When your vibration matches the frequency of what is already coming your way, but the programs are just not letting it in, when they crumble, your vibration matches, you have manifestation. So this is where we'll be learning over the next decade how to be much more conscious co-creators with the universe rather than whatever shows up, shows up. So there's a deep surrender. So the divine feminine surrenders. And then the emotions and the feelings guide her. She has the visions. She takes action from inspiration rather than motivation. Motivation is yang, masculine, go, go, go. We've exhausted that. The feminine is inspiration, creativity. So there's not exhaustion from inspiration. So let's move on to our ritual. So hindsight for 2020. One word to best describe 2020. I want you to write it down. One word to best describe your 2020. And then hold it up and put it to the screen. Let's see them. Change. Absolutely. What else have we got? Insightful. Yeah, absolutely. Draining. Whirlwind. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see yours, Michelle. Change. Oh, right. Yes. Lovely. Enlightened. Lovely. Resistance. Yannicka, just isolation. Yannicka. Yeah, so there's a huge mix there, isn't there? And in fact, it quite possibly, I'd say that because the seas are so choppy at the moment, you've probably all experienced parts of all of this. Because we're not staying in just one frequency, we're just sort of going really high, then really low, then really high, then really low, before it starts to settle. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so the word you've written down, what might this be teaching you? What is the gift from it? What have you learned from it? And if you feel you haven't, how are you going to make it into a positive for you? So we have a birthing, or we generate a desire within us due to a contrast. So what has this made you feel you want or need more of? Okay, what was your greatest challenge in 2020? What was your greatest challenge in 2020? And where are you with it now? And when I say where are you with it now, I don't mean on an external level, I mean with peace. How at peace are you with it? Because what's going to be really important is for you to know when you're in alignment or when you come out of alignment. So it's not about changing the external or making the external perfect, because there's going to be so much that's happening and will happen that will be beyond our control. But what you always have control over is your inner world. So a quick check-in with yourself every day. How at peace with this all am I? Because ultimately it's all transient. It's all temporary. It will all come and go. And the one question you will be asking yourself when you get the call to return home will be, how at peace were you with all that happened while you were down there? Did you add to the peace, or did you create more war? Did you dissolve your inner conflict, or did you keep fighting internally? So the need for peace is going to be a massive desire for everyone, which is good. It's reminding us of one of our greatest values. Until we have peace within ourselves, we will not have a peaceful world. If we have conflict and war within us, those manifestations will happen externally. Think of one accomplishment from 2020. What one thing did you accomplish in 2020? It doesn't have to be big. It could be a state of being. It could be a habit, a behavior. And then list 3 needs that must be fulfilled during 2021. So when we let go of a year, we can't let go fully unless we know we've discovered some needs. And these needs will take you into a deeper communion and trust with yourself. So life is always trying to show you what your needs are. When you honor your needs and ensure your needs are met, the universe starts to give to you. If you don't support yourself, the universe won't support you. So the universe will always throw you challenges and situations for you to get clear on what your needs are. And if they're not being met, how can you ensure these needs get met in 2021? Because if your needs, your real needs are not being met, your inner child won't be here playing with you. And then believe me, it's not going to be much fun. You need your inner child on board, playing and having fun. Otherwise, you're going to be living very grey. So list 3 needs that must be fulfilled next year. Is it a need to speak your truth and have it heard? Is there a need to be creative? Is there a need for self-acceptance, a need to connect, a need for new friends, new environments, new growth, new friendships, new communities? So your inner child will only go skipping into 2021 with you if she knows that you are already planning on meeting the needs that didn't get met in 2020, that she will not have to go through what she went in 2020 again, another year. Because she will just scream louder and louder and louder and louder. So get clear on 3 needs that you did not provide for her. Was it play? Was it adventure? Did you get too focused on your business? Did you work too hard? Did you work too many hours? Did you neglect your spiritual practice? Did you neglect your self-care? Did you not set the boundaries you needed to? And then list 3 things you received in 2020. Three things you received in 2020. Three things that expand your heart when you feel and sense I received. It could be I received some kind words. I received praise. I received support. And I'm going to put you into pairs again, and you're going to have maximum of 5 minutes, so 2.5 minutes each, to share one of your accomplishments from this last year. What did you accomplish? And I want you to say it in the present as if it's now. So it's an example is, I remember the day when ... So you'll bring yourself back into the memory of that accomplishment. And I want you to pay attention. How does it feel to share that? To share an accomplishment with somebody? Do you feel silly? Do you feel proud? Do you feel, oh, I can't do this, I just want to run? Just notice. So again, this is going to show you your programming. Your programming is going to come up to the surface. Your blocks are going to come up to the surface. But you have to be present and listening to your body. And don't run. Nobody's allowed out. And I want you to be able to notice one feeling or sensation in your body as you're sharing this. So slow down. Don't rush in and try and get it over with. Be deliberate. Start to talk slowly. I remember. Slow it down. Pay attention. And notice for the one that is listening, how does it feel to hold space for this person who's going to be sharing something vulnerable with you? Whether we think it's vulnerable or not, it is. We are intimately sharing one-on-one. We're letting ourselves be heard and be seen. And many of us never truly get heard or seen. No matter how much we shout, no matter how much we scream, no matter how public we are. For many of us, it's still a mask. And we're still longing for deep connection, to just be seen and witnessed and validated by another human being. But our bodies often reject it. So notice how it feels for you in your body to listen from your heart. Okay, so putting you into breakout rooms. Okay, so that's hindsight for 2020. So let's move on to, you've done round 2. It's like putting you into a wrestling box. Okay, so looking ahead to 2021. What do I not want in 2021? Usually we start with, what do you want next year? And in fact, it's interesting how many clients I have who say, I don't know. And that's not a bad place to start. So if you don't know, I always say, if you don't know what you want, what are you sure you don't want? When you know what you don't want, you will know what you want. So it's useful to have an A4 sheet of paper and on one side put, what do I not want? On the other side, you're going to fill in the opposite. And this is why a yearly ritual is really important. So I would say after this, take some time to really allow yourself the time and space to listen deeply, to be insightful. So you don't have to have all the answers now, but if you've got the basic structure and you've got this video, take the time to just go, right, I'm going to take an hour and just sit and ask myself in contemplation, what do I not want? Just let your subconscious mind write it all out. You'll be surprised at how much your subconscious mind says, oh my God, thanks for actually asking. I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. I've been trying to tell you constantly every day, but you've never taken the time to sit down with me and ask me, What do I not want? And if you don't know what I've been saying to you, I don't want that, I don't want that, you're not then listening to steer me in the direction that's going to bring me fulfillment. And your body will not lie to you. If your mind has been saying, I want this, and you say, what do I not want? Your body will say, I don't want that. And then why are you doing it? What you're doing, you have to want. Your heart has to want it. Your body has to want it. It has to be a resounding yes, 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 yes. Otherwise, you're not on board. You're not aligned. You're trying to do something that your soul and heart are not into, which will impact your health. You won't be able to plant the seeds and allow them to flourish. You have to be in alignment. And alignment means knowing what you don't want and then what you do want, because this is your soul speaking to you. It's taking you through life, going this experience again, until you realize you don't want this. This is what you want. It's always trying to say, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. And I'm going to have to show you what you don't want until you finally go, I don't want that. This is what I want. But you don't have to wait till it really hurts. I do a monthly review. I do a short weekly review on Friday afternoons. I take 2 hours in the afternoon to just sit and review with what don't I want? What happened this week? What don't I want? And there's only normally 1 or 2 things. I don't want to feel so overwhelmed. I don't want to be people pleasing. So what do I want? I want more confidence to say no, 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 no. I want to take on less work. I want more play and adventure. So check in. If you can, check in just quickly. If you don't have those 2 hours, do a 10-minute check-in on a Friday, the end of the week, or Saturday morning. And then do a monthly one. Don't wait until the end of the year when you've got a baggage of stuff that you're still doing and your soul's been saying no, 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 no. Because that's leading to burnout, anxiety, depression. That's how we get there, by not listening. So commit to listening. Commit to prioritizing what your body, your heart and soul are saying. And trust the universe will support you. Even if it feels scary, even if you don't know the path, the universe will support anything that feels good to you. If it feels good, it's right. If it doesn't feel good, it's not right for you. What am I ready to release, let go of? Now, this could be states of being, it could be people, it could be what I call energy vampires, it could be behaviors, patterns, belief systems, thoughts. And by asking these questions, we're able to then list a few non-negotiables. And these come from A and B. Your non-negotiables are, okay, for 2021, this is not negotiable for me anymore. It could be a non-negotiable for me is, I will not log on at weekends. I will not say yes to meeting somebody or taking on work when it doesn't feel good. I will not be around people that do not believe in me. I will not allow people to eat at my energy. etc., etc. So what are your non-negotiables for 2021, and stick them up as a reminder. I'm not going to negotiate on this anymore, because everything you do in life is a negotiation. You are negotiating with life every minute of the day. When you're having your breakfast, you're negotiating. What are you going to have? When you have your lunch, when you have your dinner, when you choose to spend your time here or there, or watch this, or listen to this, you are negotiating your life away all the time. So make your negotiations good and ones that are going to serve you. So anytime you go to do something, remind yourself this is a negotiation, because it's either giving you life or taking life away from you. And that is a choice. Don't negotiate with your life. Your life is far too precious and sacred to negotiate and take things that are not worthy of your true worth. And this takes responsibility and accountability. Get clear on how you want to feel in 2021. So before we really go into what our future self is, or what goals we want to set, I call them soulful goals. So you come into alignment first. So you check inwards. So divine feminine creates inside out. So it starts with feelings. So she doesn't say, what do I want to manifest? Or I want to manifest a business, or I want to manifest a new lover. I want to manifest a healthy body. Instead, we say, how do I want to feel? I want to feel proud of myself. I want to feel free. I want to feel at peace. So these are your core desired feelings. So get clarity on what you wish to feel in 2021. And then choose one feeling a month. So this month I'm focusing on joy. So be the generator of joy. How can I generate more joy in my life? So that's my focus. So am I doing things that aren't bringing me joy? Because if I'm focusing on joy, I'm going to be even more conscious of what's not in alignment with joy. So it's going to start hurting until I say no to it and get more creative with how I can bring more joy in. What 3 things do you want to create in 2021? Do you want to create a new friendship? Do you want to create a new program? Do you want to create a new health regime? Do you want to create a charity? Do you want to create a book? Do you want to create a workshop? Do you want to create a home? So we're all unique. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants to create. You need to take the time to drop into your heart and ask your heart these questions. So these answers, the reason why I'm not giving you much time for these is it takes time for your answers to come, because your answers at first will come from here, conditioning. But this is what I want to break. I don't want to know the answers from here. So these questions are going to take time. You have to marinate in them for a while. And then your heart will suddenly go, I really want to feel, I want to feel ease. And then you'll feel it in the body. Oh yeah, I so want to feel ease. So it's reminding you of how you could feel. You've just forgotten that you could bring ease into everything you're doing. You could bring joy. We just forget that we have a choice. Who must you be in order to create the 3 things that you want to create next year? Who must you be? How are you going to show up? If you're creating something new for next year, or want to create something new for next year, you can't keep showing up as the same person as you are today. You have to let go of something about yourself and lean in to the new version of yourself. So who must you be? Maybe it's you must be braver. You must be more disciplined. You must be more confident in your leadership. You must be more confident in your voice. You must be able to speak your truth. You must be able to say no. You must be more patient, compassionate, forgiving. So it's not what you do, it's who you be. So this is the energetics. Your being creates the results. And your being supports your action, you have much more power. So you're going to get clear on 3 commitments. And know why. Know what you're committing to and why. What are you committing to creating and why? So there's a great video by Simon Sinek called Your Why. So your why is the foundation. It keeps you going. Because when it gets really tough or challenging, your why reminds you of why you keep showing up, why it's important you keep following the heart, because it's not always easy following the heart. You're going off track, you're going off piste with the heart. It's a new path you're creating. You're creating new pathways that haven't been created before. So it takes courage. It takes you being brave. It takes you standing ahead and leading the way for others. You're going to get messy. You're going to get hurt, but you can brush yourself off. And then a little exercise for you to do at your own time. So this is just a really quick tip, because I do get asked a lot, how do you connect with your spirit guides? How can I connect with my spirit guides? So you have to be receptive. You have to be open. If you're caught up in your head, or you've got a bucket of thoughts in your head, you can't connect. You can't hear them because they connect through the crown. So it's a download. You receive downloads of information. You interpret this energy and it comes out as words, or you might write. So there's different ways we can connect and open up to spirit guides. So a really beautiful, gentle beginner's way is just to have this in a journal. My heart and soul wish me to know. And just let your pen start writing. So you just start streaming. My heart and soul wish me to know. And then let your heart and soul speak. And as you start to connect more and more with heart and soul, and just say, my heart and soul wish me to know. you'll start to write things down which you'll think, oh, that didn't come from me. As you start to trust your heart and soul, you'll then start to download and tap into what feels like different energy vibrations, which are your spirit guides, and they'll start to share information with you, and you'll feel the energy shift and the change. But start with, what does my heart and soul wish me to know? And you might want to do that as a daily practice. What does my heart and soul wish me to know today? Just write a few sentences, that's it. But you must write it. It's the writing that allows the energy to be guided. And it gets you out of the head. Okay, so most importantly, when we end a year, it's important to celebrate ourselves. And we forget to do this. Especially if we are mission focused, we can get into, I do this, do this, do this, do this, and forget to say, well done, thank you, I celebrate you. So, your power word for 2021. What is your power word? I want you to pick a power word for 2021. A reminder perhaps of who you wish to be, or where you wish to focus. So a power word is just one word that's going to vump you up with emotion, with feeling. If it doesn't bring in feeling and emotion, that's not your power word. So I want you to find a power word that you feel, that's it. It clicks into place. You'll know it. You'll feel it. What's your superpower for 2021? Is it compassion? Is it courage? Is it simplicity? Is it leadership? Is it creativity? What's your superpower for 2021? And then whatever your superpower is, give it to everybody you can, as many people as you can. Remind them of their superpower. So own your superpower, embody your superpower, and then remind others of that superpower within them. Give, give, give. If your superpower is resilience, remind others of their resilience. Let them know. I think you did great with that. That shows how resilient you are. I don't think that of you. I think you're this, this, this. That shows your resilience. Look out for opportunities to give other people your superpower. Because this is what we're doing, waking each other up. Reminding them of what's really in them, not the programming. And then find your affirmation for 2021. Stick that on your fridge, top of your bed, your ceiling when you wake up, toilet, anywhere you're going to see again and again and again. And that's going to be your affirmation for the year. Oh, not meant to see that. Okay, so who are the members of the 1990s girl group who took the world by storm with the mantra, girl power? You can't Google it. You've got 20 seconds to write it down. The first one who writes in the chat box who all 5 were gets a free one-to-one coaching session with me. Who are the members of the 1990s girl group who took the world by storm with the mantra girl power? So the first one who can write the names of all 5. Mickey Mouse is definitely not one. Okay, so we are going to complete with a little ritual. Okay, so that's a lot of head stuff there, but I would like you to take your time with that, as I've said. So don't rush that process. So everybody on the class tonight will get the full replay version of tonight. So you've got time to go in, and you might want to break it up over weekends and just do little bits. There's no rush. You might want to use the whole of January to just do parts of this ritual, because I want you to bring the body on board. Your body is where the truth is. That's where you'll hear your messages. Without that, you'll be making choices and decisions you cannot fully trust. If you're making choices and decisions you can't fully trust, you're not going to be in alignment, which means you don't have the power to make it work unless you're pushing and pulling and striving and trying to make it happen. So 2021 is divine feminine. We don't try and make things happen. We receive, we allow, we listen, we hear, we align. From that space, it's more effortless. If it feels out of alignment, we stop, we rethink, we re-steer, we course correct. Okay, so do you have your candles? Okay, so candle gazing, also known as tratak. So tratak in Sanskrit can be translated as gaze or look. And this is literally what we're going to do. We're going to be gazing at our candle. So the key technique was used in Egypt by ancient priestesses. And this also helps us focus. So we're focusing the third eye, which is your visionary sense and your ability to see clearly. So we want to open the third eye, we want to be able to access visions, and we want to be able to concentrate, because it's our ability to concentrate that allows us to manifest out in the world. Otherwise, the mind is jumping around from this to this. Whereas if we can bring all our focus and attention to one point, it's much more powerful. Okay, so get your candle and light it. Make sure it's in a safe space. Okay, so just take a moment to allow your body to settle. So making sure you're in a nice, comfortable position. Close the eyes. And just take a moment to notice the breath. Gently watching, without forcing the breath to be any other way. Allowing the breath to be natural, effortless. Allow your soul to enter the body to rest in the heart and allow the mind to surrender and let go. And I want you to bring your attention to something you'd like to create over the next few months or this year. You may visualize yourself having achieved this. Notice how you're feeling. Notice where you are. Notice your surroundings, the colors, the smells. And notice how your body feels. And know this was effortless for you to get there. So this is your future self already having received and given birth to the creation. And she's enjoying this creation. She's receiving this creation. And notice who else is benefiting. Who is this being shared with? And how are they feeling? Who else does your creation impact? And notice their gratitude and appreciation for your accomplishment. And know in that space, as your future self, you're fully embodied in the qualities, the states, the mindset, and the emotions that have brought you into this new paradigm, this new shift, this new timeline potential. And inside your mind's eye, in between the eyebrows, I want you to visualize a flame. And you're going to open the eyes. And you're going to take your point of focus to the flame in front of you. And just feel and sense into, does this flame feel too high, too low? Does it need to be further, closer? Or are you okay with where it is? So make any adjustments you need to now. Try and keep the body as still as you can. Absolutely nothing for you to do. Breath. The abdomen balloons on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. Allow yourself to come into connection with this dancing flame. And I want you to penetrate your focus into the flame and simply watch watching the movement of the flame. The shape. Noticing the colours. What colours can you see in your flame? Keeping the gaze soft, and feel free to blink as you need to. Feeling the essence of this fire element within you. Allow yourself to merge with the dance of the flame. Notice the feelings, the peace, the stillness, and the qualities that rise within you as you surrender to this flame. Let yourself go, surrender, just be. You're not trying to do anything. Merging with this flame, union. You may start to notice presence of higher dimensions, guides, angels. Keep dropping into the stillness, the nothingness, empty, empty, empty. With the last minute, I want you to penetrate your focus into the brightest part of the flame with intensity. Stay present. And we're saying thank you to the element of fire, the element of fire that burns out toxicity, burns out all that's no longer needed. As you close the eyes, allow the flame to rest. Visualize this flame now resting in your third eye in between the eyebrows. Feel the flame burning away any belief systems, programming deep within the brain, the pineal gland, that are no longer serving you. Allow this flame to do its work inside the pineal, all the way towards the back of the brain. Feel this flame burning anything that's not needed, burning it away, pulling down old structures. Allow yourself to rest in the fire. And notice if that flame is raging fire, if it's red, orange, yellow, whether it's a calm fire. Just watch the dance within the mind's eye, taking away any fears. And we're affirming to ourselves, in spite of my fear, it is the will of my heart to remain open. In spite of my fears, it is the will of my heart to remain open. In spite of my fears, it is the will of my heart to remain open. And we're inviting the Shakti energy to rise up from the base of the spine all the way up to the third eye, the crown. We invite the divine feminine to flow freely through us, allowing our full creativity for the year ahead. Breathe in, breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in, breathe out, letting go. Breathe in a new year, letting go of the past. And in your own time, coming back to this space. So candle gazing is a really lovely meditation to do. It's one of my favorite bedtime exercises as part of my ritual to do. And you don't have to do long. You can do anything from 5 minutes. I love to do about 15-minute practice. And what you'll find is as you start to gaze, your eyes start to stream and stream, and that's really natural because your third eye will start to detox and clear. So this blocks our vision, and there's many different ways the pineal gland, the third eye, gets blocked. So we want that to be open because again, this is our connection to our spirit guides and some receiving psychic information, and that helps us make choices and decisions in life. Without that, we feel very on our own with choices and decisions. We're very mind-based. When the third eye is open, you can ask. I do. I'll ask my guides. They won't always give the answers, but many times they will guide me to find my own answer. But I know I've always got that phone line that I can ring up and say, hey, I'm really lost, I'm really stuck. And sometimes it's just words that come back, which is, hey, Devinda, just know we love you. You got this. Keep going. Doesn't matter if you can't see. But that support is really, really useful to have. It gives you that comfort and that safety when you know you're not on your own here. You have spirit guides that adore you and love you and want to connect with you and want to open that channel. So that's a really lovely way to start to open up to the channels. Okay, so chakra toning is another way. So chakra toning, I will create another video for you and send it out on a newsletter, because the sound and the toning isn't very good on the recorded version. It goes a bit blippy. But chakra toning is a bit like tuning up a guitar. So this helps increase your vibration, your frequency, and helps pull out from the unconscious mind. And these are specific vibrations related to the chakras. So I put them the wrong way. So we're going down here instead. So we've got the root, sacrum, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. So the root is here, Lam. So I'll run through these with you so you know, but then do look out for the video I'll send you. So it's Lam. So it's Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. And just repeating that 7 times and bringing your awareness through the chakras is just a quick tune up of energy. And so this is going to be so important coming up to keep your energy body healthy. Okay. And there we have it. So namaste means the light within me honors the light within you. So thank you for showing up, ladies, and doing the work tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had some fun and learnt some stuff. I'm going to whiz through for those of you that want more information, some of the different ways you can stay connected in my communities. So these are the things I was guided to create by my guides. It's something that will be really needed over this period. So we've got Fierce Focus Feminine, and this is a sisterhood and networking. So I think we have 15 women, so it's still a small community at the moment, and we just meet up monthly, just like this, for 2 hours once a month. And it's just our way to share ideas. I pick one theme to just give you a theme to focus on that month and keep you guided. But it's really a place to come and just top up with inspiration, connect to some other women that are also soul-led and heart-led, and understand we're going through a deep process and journey. And then there's the Lighthouse, which is really a platform, a holding space for everything you need. So it's all your soul practices, your spiritual practice. So there's a med yoga library with hundreds of videos from 5 minutes to 60 minutes, breathwork exercises. There's the meditation audio, there's spiritual cinema, there's reading lists. Everything's in the Lighthouse, and we meet up once a month. And the difference there is it's a bit more like what we've done tonight. It's more teaching and channeling. So me sharing information about energetically what you need to do. And then Med Yoga School, which will be just a weekly class Monday night, or just the library if you wanted it, which comes in the Lighthouse. So if you want any information on any of that, please do contact Colin, and Colin will help you. And then a little poem to finish us off there. So I'll read this out to you. For a new beginning, in out of the way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it's watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled, and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm. For your soul senses the world that awaits you. Okay, ladies. So let's all say goodbye. So once you've said goodbye, you can go. So let's all unmute ourselves. So let's all have a sentence or a word. So if you can please say your name, how you're feeling, and one thing that you are going to take away with you from tonight into 2021. And this will be recorded and sent out to inspire other women. So Holly, we can only see your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Priya, do you want to go? Oh, Priya has to go. Oh, okay. Baby's crying. Okay, let's dive in. So let's go Selena, and then we'll go round like a little snake.
Hi, Selena. So I feel new beginnings and a deep sense of peace.
And what will you take away with you into 2021 from tonight?
From tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think just a sense of new beginnings and getting back on the path, because I've not been here for about 5 months. So yeah, this has been really wonderful this evening, just to reconnect and to get that sense of dropping into myself and being home again, because in the whirlwind I've kind of lost that. So yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Davinder.
Brilliant. Thank you, Selena. Yvette.
Hi, hello. I feel refocused. I think similar to Selena, I think this year's been so intense that I've kind of lost sight a little bit of my kind of spiritual practice. So I feel this has given me that opportunity to refocus. And the one thing I think from tonight that I really enjoyed and will take forward will be definitely the candle gazing. I will definitely make that part of my practice going forward.
Lovely, brilliant. Thank you, Yvette. Julia.
Hello, Julia. I feel incredibly grateful, I guess, to myself, first and foremost, that I've taken these 2 hours of my day to be here, which has been incredibly valuable. And what I take from tonight into next year is probably openness and a sense of whatever's meant to come is okay. It's meant to happen that way. So be open, not be apprehensive of next year.
Trust.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Anne.
Oh, Davinder, I feel warm and I feel reconnected, and such a delight to be back. And I think I smiled when you read that poem. It's a poem I know, but I heard it as if for the first time.
Lovely.
So one of the lines from that poem that I'm going to take with me, because it's so close to my affirmation for next year, is your eyes young again with energy and dream.
That's beautiful.
That's my line.
Really beautiful. Thank you, Anne. Lovely. Yannicka.
Hi, thank you for this evening. It was really great what I've learned. 2020 was for me isolation, except the COVID thing. It was also a thing I was drawn to, to learn myself more and more. What I will bring to next year is trust more myself, connect more myself, go more outwards, being more positive. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yannicka. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Melissa.
Hello, I'm Melissa. Gosh, I feel just really relaxed now. I can hardly talk. Thank you so much, Dorinda. That was really lovely. I like Yvette said. I think the candle practice that we did was really brilliant and very, very relaxing. So I'll be trying to do that more regularly. And for next year, I think I just want to be more sort of focused and more disciplined with perhaps my spiritual side of things, which I think I've kind of let go during the year with all its busyness and everything. So I want to sort of focus on a routine and be more sort of disciplined and things like that, really.
Brilliant. Good to hear. Thank you, Melissa. Annette.
Thank you so much for tonight. I really feel connected to everybody during this time. I felt really disconnected the past few days and dealing with lots of different energies and feelings. And I feel much better in space and being back on track. Thank you for the candle exercise. It's been very powerful for me because I felt now this year has been a lot of things about how to let go of things that no longer serves me and be okay with it. And now I feel I can be okay with it to let go and focus on the new year, which for me is going to be more about feeling more connected and just feeling more peace. And then, just being connected to everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you, Annette. Michelle, my lovely.
Oh, it's just lovely and lovely to hear everybody's takeaways as well, isn't it? It's so lovely, so nourishing. I feel lighter. I think I do. I feel lighter, and I want to take that into 2021. Letting go. I also feel like it's been very serious. Everything feels very serious and heavy, and I just want to have more creativity and lightness and fun and playfulness and joy into 2021. I just feel like I want to leave this weight of heavy seriousness that I've probably carried for all my life. And it's time to play a lot more.
Yes, I love that. Good. That's so on track. Lovely. Brilliant. Let's bring out our inner children for sure. They're going to rule the world.
Yeah. May wreak some havoc on the way, but
absolutely. Brilliant. Thank you, Michelle. Holly.
Hi. I feel really re-energized from this evening. Reconnected. So what I really want to take forward into 21 is more connection, faith and courage as well, is really what I want to take forward in 21, and definitely that belief in my own inner power and that courage to allow myself to be seen and to be heard, and for all of that to come from that heart-centered connection with myself, which will naturally flow out to other people. So it will be, I can just see it being a very natural unfolding. I've just got to get out of the head. more.
It's a journey, but we're all on that road to liberation. Yeah, and then we can use the mind in a really powerful way. You know, the mind is a wonderful tool we've been given. It's just got out of control, and it's just tending to lead us. But when we can take our correct position, then the mind is, you know, a powerful instrument. Yeah, great, lovely. Thank you, Holly. Jane.
Very quickly, because I can hear the Tesco man outside. This is my life. To trust the divine timing, and to trust that I can and will walk away for things that do not serve me.
Wow, good.
That was my 2020. 21 is walking into the light.
Into the light. I love it. Okay, so let's complete on that. Let's have thumbs up for all of us to walk into the light. Brilliant. Thank you so much for showing up this evening, ladies. So each and every one of you making a choice to show up has made a difference to us. So remember, you're important, you matter to us, and what you've given us tonight is invaluable. So I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here, and have a wonderful new year. And I'll look forward to connecting with you all in 2021. Mwah. Night, night.